I'm Insomniac, and this is Kauai Coconut Caramel Crunch. Alright, well this is a Hawaiian coffee. It's actually from Hawaii. See if I can get it on there. Yep, there we go. Kauai coffee. It says 100% premium Arabica coffee. Of course, on the front, at least for this specific coffee, it says with added natural and artificial flavors, which means this is only going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be delicious or it's going to be absolutely terrible.
Do a 50-50 chance.
Now, it's a totally different brand and totally different coffee, but if you remember the review I did on the, what was that, the key lime, whatever coffee that I did, I mean, that was atrocious. I'm not really a fan of flavored coffees. Of course, when they come in, I'm always happy to review them, because we're either going to have a pleasant surprise and something interesting for you to try, or at the very least, you get to laugh at my pain and displeasure while I drink it. So anyway, that's a very nice, bright packaging there. Kind of like that. There's a bunch of stuff here on the packaging about the brand and about their coffee specifically, but not about this particular coffee that we're going to review.
That's a whole lot of stuff that sounds suspicious. Do you know what the Russian word for suspicious is?
So, I guess we'll just get right into it. Now, this is a ground coffee, that's the way it was sent in, so there won't be any use of the grinder that nobody likes today.
Thank God!
Well, sweet caramel is definitely the first thing that hits you in the face, so they did their job with the aroma. It actually smells like a caramel frappuccino, you know, like from Starbucks. That's alright. Then oatmeal cream pies, that's what's next up. I actually do like that aroma. It smells specifically like them little pre-packaged ones, those Little Debbie's ones.
Little Debbie's cream pies, huh? Yikes.
Yeah, so that's nice. But then unfortunately, mixed into all of that is a chemical scent that reminds me of wood lacquer. So that's in there. There's definitely a bit of something unnatural and not so nice, but still sweet, just in a poisonous, will kill you kind of way.
No matter your actions, you're still gonna die.
The aroma is so strong and so sweet, the aromas that I just told you about, that I actually can't smell any type of regular coffee bean aromas whatsoever. Not getting any earths, any leaves, little chocolates, or nothing. Just the stuff that I described and absolutely nothing else. So I'm pretty interested to brew this up and see what we get. Let's give it a shot.
Who are you?
Insomniac.
Alright, well, we brewed up this Kauai Caramel Crunch coffee. Now, one interesting thing here is that you always see me, you know, then take the cup, you know, I smell the aromas out of the cup, I describe the aromas. You don't really need to do that with this coffee. Before you even pour it, it kind of fills your entire house with Cracker Jack aroma, warm Cracker Jacks. It's popcorn and caramel, and really sweet, kind of syrupy, but I mean, it's everywhere. You don't really need to smell it out of the cup. It's everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere!
So right, popcorn and caramel, those are your main aromas. When you get a closer whiff, you get more of the caramel. You also get a kind of vanilla wafer scent. That's pretty nice. Now under that stuff, you do have a couple of almost coffee-like aromas. You have a bit of leather, charred leather actually, a mix of kind of charred leather and earth.
Whoa, look at that.
And just like a kind of overdone, kind of burnt coffee aroma. And like I said though, those are the minor aromas. The other stuff I was describing, the Cracker Jacks and vanilla wafers, that's mostly what you smell. Very, very strong aromas, like I said. It was actually pretty strong out of the bag, but once you brew it, I mean, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere!
One of the other really interesting things about this coffee, and I'm not sure that I've actually ever experienced this before, is when you're actually taking aromas from the vapor really close, it's actually so sweet and so strong that you can kind of taste the sweetness before you ever drank it.
I can taste it.
You taste it just from the aromas, and that's, I don't really know if I like that. Kind of syrupy sweetness in your mouth, and I haven't taken a sip yet. So let's do that. Oh no. No, that's bad. The initial flavors are hot, watery, and bitter, and they don't really taste like caramel or coffee or any of the stuff it's supposed to taste like. It almost reminds me of like a really, really watered down bitter tomato juice. It's kind of like drinking warm V8 while you smell caramel and popcorn. That's, holy crap. Then after that, there's some kind of earth, but if you were to cover that earth in syrup and then set the whole thing on fire.
So anyhow, this thing will burn itself out.
So that's number 2. Then if you keep taking sips, which honestly I don't want to, but for the sake of the review, I've taken a few more. You do start to get a little bit of the caramel. Either that or my brain's tricking me into thinking I'm getting some caramel because there's so much of that damn aroma in the air right now. It's almost like the more you drink it, the less terrible it gets. It's definitely not good yet, but maybe if I drank the whole cup, I'd like it by the end. I don't think I'm gonna try though. Oh God. Yeah, that's interesting. And this is probably one of those coffees maybe that you gotta add stuff to it. Maybe if you put some cream or some type of something in here, I don't know, maybe then it turns into like this delicious dessert. But it's definitely not the type of coffee you could drink black, and I mean black is the way you're supposed to drink coffee, at least in my opinion.
You're goddamn right.
A good coffee is going to be good black. So, I mean, like I said, there's probably some kind of... if you've had this coffee and you enjoy it a certain way, I actually do want you to leave a comment and tell me how you prepare it. Because based on the aromas are actually, as much as they're strong and they're kind of odd, they are pretty good, especially compared to the flavors. So my suspicion is that maybe if you mix this coffee with something or add some kind of liquor to it or creams or I don't know, maybe it turns out to be delicious. So tell me how you prepare the coffee and, well, help everybody else out, because I don't think I'm going to drink any more of it. But for other people that might be watching this review that maybe want to give this coffee a shot, that might be helpful. So, alright, so let's put it like this. On a scale from 1 to 10 Mike Tysons, I'm going to give this a 4. And 3 of that 4 are for the not so artificial, pretty decent aromas that I got. 1 point of that 4 is for the flavor. So, you know, take that information and do what you want with it. Oh man, that was rough. I should get a raise for having done this review, I think. If you've had this coffee, like I said, leave a comment. Tell me about your experience with it. Tell me if you love it. Tell me if you hate it. And again, if this is something that you actually drink and you enjoy, tell me down below how you prepare it and what the magic combination is to make this coffee not horrible.
Just keep praying. Come on here.
If you have coffee that you want to see reviewed on this channel, email me at shouldidrinkthis@gmail.com so we can set that up. If you want access to a lot of my exclusive segments, my giveaways, which include coffee, and or you just want to support the channel, which is also very appreciated, hit the link right at the top of the video description. Check out the Patreon page, see what I have to offer, and sign up over there. Starts at $1. And I'll see you all at the next one.